Hope you are okay. In this video, I am going to tell you the 4 steps you need to follow for your individual oral. So, let's start. In the first step, as you know, you need to know your visual aid. So, in this stage, you need to describe what you see on the image and also to interpret about your feelings, your thoughts, your points of view. Here you have an example for this image that the topic is migration. So, as an example in this image, you can start your individual oral saying in the image, I can see a lot of people, they are wearing black clothes. I think they are walking, or I think they are choosing on the map to which country go in order to have better opportunities. Also, I see that there are different families. Some of them have kids and the others no. They have some wallets, they have package. So instead of saying what you see, but at the same time your interpretation. In the second stage, that is topic relation, you need to mention the relationship that you have with the topic discussed in class. So, in this case, you are going to mention, I can relate the image with the topic that was shown in class, that is migration. And you can mention the teacher show us some examples about migration, which were Ellie Island and El Mariel both live. Also, we see that migration is, and you can describe it. Also, what are the differences between migration, immigration. Also, you can mention push factors and pull factors, because you remember I told you push factors are not bad, not really good. They are bad conditions. And pull factors, they are in most of cases good for the people, the good things that they are moving for. So that is the step number 2. Then we are going to do the step number 3. In this one, you need to relate your culture with an Anglophone one. Here you can mention some issues that happen in Mexico that are part of the migration movement. So in most of your cases, you need to mention what is happening because of that. And also to mention one more time the Anglophone culture. Remember that the Anglophone culture is the one where most of the speakers speak English. So the main language is that. What is the relation with that Anglophone culture that we saw in class? For example, in United States, and that is the most common. And the other ones that you can mention also in different countries. And that is your step number 3. Finally, you need to do the step number 4. And here, on this stage, you need to mention your personal reflection, and also what is your personal experience with the topic. So here you can mention if you have any examples about your family, any friend, someone that you met because of migration, or how migration affects the way you are living, how affects the culture, anything that is related to your own experience and the topic that we are discussing. So with this last stage, we finish the first part of the individual oral. Now you are going to see what is the stage number 2. This is the first time that you are going to do the step number 2. So here is where I am going to have a conversation with you. How I am going to ask you some questions related to what you have described previously on the stage number 1. So if you mention something about Ellie Island, I am going to ask you about Ellie Island. If you mention something related to your own experience, I am going to ask you more questions to know more about the experience. I can ask you, for example, what's the difference between migration and immigration? Or I can tell you what happened with the people that were moving to United States in the Ellie Island movement. So here is the part where you need to answer those questions that the teacher is going to ask you. So until here, you have stage number 1 and stage number 2 about the individual oral. That's it for today. See you next time.